everybody, this is Shanique Lynn, your nurse agent with eXp Realty, and today I have your Memphis Housing Market report for the month of September. Data comes in for the month prior, so even though we're at the end of October, this information gives us the information from September, and then when November comes, we'll have information for October. But if you want to know what's going on in our Memphis housing market, please stay tuned for some great information. Right into this information, so I'm going to get right to it. I'm going to be looking at my notes for these data, statistics, and all of these numbers, but I want to get this information out to you. So let's start. Okay, we're going to look at our average sales price for the month of September, and that was $276,758. Our median sales price for the month of September was $245,000, and this was up 3.2% from a year ago. Now, our average days on market for Memphis is 25 days on market for the month of September, which was the same as it was in August. So August saw 25 days on market, and again in September, 25 days on the market. Also, we saw a lot of properties that were selling within 30 days or less, okay? Properties that was $500,000 or more, their sales were down, and they were down about 21.1% from August. So those sales were down. There was 142 of those sales, but it is down 21.1% if your home was 500,000 or above 500,000. Okay, and then total units sold for September, there was 1,461 units sold in the month of September at the time the data was collected. Okay, of that number, there were 723 3+ bedroom homes. There were 534 4+ bedroom homes. And of those 3-bedroom homes, the median sale price was $210,000. And the median sale price for 4+ bedrooms was $359,500. So, okay, again, with the days on market, 994 of the units that were sold saw 30 days or less on the market. And for 31 to 60 days, we saw 237 units. So homes are still selling, and they're selling pretty fast. You know, that's a pretty good average for days on market. So a lot of homes are selling pretty quick when they do go on the market. There were other homes. Let's see. When we look at how people are paying for the homes or the financing of the homes, of that breakdown, the conventional loans, there were 650 units sold under conventional terms. Cash was 496 units sold. FHA, 176 units sold. And VA loans, 91 units sold under that type of financing. Okay. Now, September total sales. There were 2,149 units. Again, median price, $210,000. Average, $240,000. We see September foreclosures for 2021. There were 38. In 2020, we saw 32 foreclosures. Year to date for 2021, there has been 218 foreclosures versus 2020 when there was 400 foreclosures. So not quite as many as before. Okay. Now, when we look at September, we also noted that for September, this was the first time in a few months that our inventory was low. The last time that we saw a drop or in the amount of inventory was back in February of 2021. In January of 2021, there was 2,105 homes for inventory. February saw 1,976 homes for inventory. And that was the first time we saw a dip in the amount of inventory from month to month. But now for September, we have seen a dip from August. And it's the first time we've seen that low inventory since that time. Okay, since that time back in February. All right, so inventory is a little bit lower for the month of September, but the home sales for September was increased. Okay, so that gives some information there. So it will be interesting to see how next month Also goes to see if there will still be a dip. Will it go down even more? Or are we going to go back up? Is this temporary, or is this a trend that we need to be watching more closely? So that is something to note, especially since it's the first time it happened in a couple of months. Okay, so, now when we look at year to year and to see how our units sold has been, we can look at the years of 2019, 2020, and 2021. And when we do that, we can see September of 2021, there was 2,149 units sold. September 2020, there was 1,813 units sold. September 2019, 1,669 units sold. So we can see that September 2021 has seen the greatest amount of inventory sold over the last 3 years since 2019. So we are definitely, the last 2 years. So we're seeing definitely more inventory on the market, especially for this time of year when we really usually wouldn't see this many homes being sold and on the market at this time. You know, usually sometimes people don't want to move as it started getting into the colder months, but not this year. We've been seeing sales increase, right? So the only time we saw a higher sales point in the last 3 years was back in July. July saw a higher amount of homes being sold. And at that time, there was 2,391 units sold in July versus this month, September, 2,149 units sold. And those 2 times, that's like the highest in the last 3 years of the times where it was really a large amount of inventory that was sold. So it's really something to note and to watch to see what the trend will be and to keep looking at the data. All right, so let's get into this part here. Okay, and when we delve more into specific areas in Memphis, I want to let you know what areas saw the most amount of sales. So I'm gonna give you the top 5 areas that saw the most amount of sales in September. Okay, first area that saw the most amount of sales was East Memphis, and there was 342 units sold in the area. For median sales price, that was $201,000. The average sales price was $243,718. Okay, so East Memphis had the most amount of sales. The second area in Memphis that had the most amount of sales in Memphis and surrounding areas was Cordova. Cordova saw 310 units sold, with its median sale price being $245,000 and its average sale price being $268,182. The third area for the greatest amount of sales in Memphis was Hickory Hill, with 148 units sold. The median sale price there is $162,450. And the average sales price is $163,196. The fourth area with the greatest amount of units sold was Bartlett. Bartlett saw 131 units sold, with the median sale price being $280,000 and the average sale price being $283,690. When you look at the last area with the greatest amount sold, being that I only took the top 5, was Collierville. Collierville had 121 units sold for the month of September, and the median sale price there was $435,000, and the average sales price was $448,402. So those are your top 5 areas that had the greatest amount of homes sold. Okay, now I'm going to look at the areas that had the least amount of sales, and I'm going to give you the top 3 areas that had the least amount of sales. Okay, let's look at the least amount of sales for the areas was in Southwind had 24 units that sold. The median sales price there was $335,000 with an average of $444,481. Millington saw 24 units sold as well, and their median price was $160,000 and average $168,720. That's the least sales that was seen from the data, okay? Now, when I look at the September least medium sale price for the homes that were sold in the areas that were sold, the least median sales price for the month of September, the three areas were South Memphis, which the median sales price was $42,750. The second area with the least median sales price was Berkeley in the Highland Heights area, which was $75,000. And Fraser for the third place, Fraser with $76,000 for the median sales price. And Whitehaven was close behind with $78,950 for the median sales price. So these areas had the least median sales price for the month of September, and they were South Memphis, Berkeley or the Highland Heights area and Fraser, and then Whitehaven being close behind. Now I want to tell you the area that had the greatest sales price for the month of September. And that would be our top three areas for that would be Carterville. There was 121 units sold in Carterville. This median sales price was $435,000. Okay, Lakeland had 36 units sold, and its median sales price is $433,500. And the third area for the greatest sales price was Germantown, which had 96 units sold. Its median price was $407,500. So these are the three areas that saw the greatest sales price in Memphis, the greatest median sales price, which was Carterville, Lakeland, and Germantown. Now, looking at year-to-date for the most units sold, looking at from the beginning of January all the way up to September when the data was collected, the most units sold year-to-date was in East Memphis with 2,770 units, Cordova with 2,066 units, and Bartlett with 1,032 units. These are the year-to-date most units sold. So those three areas would be East Memphis, Cordova, and Bartlett. Okay, so we've seen, I tried to give you a breakdown of these areas in Memphis and the surrounding areas so that you can have an idea, especially if you're looking at moving to Memphis from another area and you want to know, well, what areas is in my price range or what I can afford, what my budget fit, or you may want to know information about what the homes cost in those areas. And even beyond cost, you're going to want to do your own research about different areas as well. To get more information so that you can feel comfortable with knowing about the area more than just beyond the price. So this information, this market report, I hope has helped you. I didn't want to make this one too long, so hopefully you got the information that you needed for the market report. And I think this month, September, by going down in inventory, we definitely want to see what happens in the month of October with inventory. Some areas have been seeing more homes come on the market. So we will see what happens if sales will still be increased in the month of October, or will sales go down for the month of October. But we definitely want to keep an eye on our Memphis housing market. This year is still continuing to be a different year where we're seeing different things happen, even in these different seasons. So it's important to know and important to keep an eye on everything. I do see homes still selling. So if you're considering selling and you're in the Memphis area, you definitely want to know about this information, but also may want to reach out to an agent to get more information. Or if you're just thinking about it and kind of thinking about the idea, just floating around the idea, maybe you want to know how much your home is worth and get an idea of what it could possibly sell for. Maybe you're thinking about doing some renovations. Maybe you want to know about what renovations should I do? Which ones will be beneficial if I'm thinking about selling possibly in the spring? If you want to know that information, it's good to reach out to a real estate agent like myself, or reach out to your trusted real estate agent to get you the information that you need so you don't waste time and you don't waste dollars. So you get the right information, the information that's going to convert for you later on when you do put your home on the market and get the results that you're looking for. So everybody, I hope you have enjoyed this market report. Try to keep it short this time and get you the information. So stay tuned for next month when I definitely plan to have on another market report for the month, for the data for October, but it will be in November. But stay tuned for that one, as well as the National Housing Market Report that I try to put out every month. And get you some more great information to see what's going on in our area and around the other areas in the world. So yes, I have enjoyed bringing you this information, and I hope you guys are staying well. Be blessed, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.